Cualquier amigo se lo puede llevar cualquiera y puede vender su órgano. Entonces, cuide sus hijos. No le den sus hijos a extraños.
It's organised, isn't it? But this is probably where a lot of that stops as we start heading into Panama. The mist clings to the trees, making the climb feel steeper still. Some children embrace it all, bounding upwards playfully. Even in their socks, when the mud starts claiming shoes.
No, con el otro. ¿Con el otro qué? Con el otro. Con ese.
Louvain is looking worse still. His father, too exhausted it seems to intervene, and already at this point really, out of choices but to go forwards. Hello. Others have come here with little but their will to move, propelled forward by knowing what is behind them.
Voy ahí, poquito a poco, ajá. Me senté de casa y a desayunar. Claro, para que no siga dando fuerza. Claro, claro. Mami, agüita.
Mucha mafia.
Ahora que
¿Quién pagaba una dos?
And your university?
personas que tienen ciencia local.
What happened there?
It's hard to live with a lot of violence. I studied with two people that are killed.
This is the dry season, but still at times it feels impassable. And then the sky clears. This is the border known as Panama, a country with nothing for them bar a swift, expensive ticket on through north and leaving behind another, the cash drain of organised Colombian cartels. Reporters give parting wisdom. Any euphoria up here is completely misplaced. Slowly, the scale of the lie some have been told emerges. This isn't a short walk ahead. Especially acute is Anna's plight. She's 12, disabled, and gets epileptic convulsions. Her mother, Natalia, is the only one who can care for her, but it's so much harder up here. She later tells us she was told the descent was a matter of 2 hours, but it's not. And literally meters from Colombia, the ground turns. People as they walk just discarding their shoes, in a real sense of the atmosphere changing now we cross the border into Panama. People clumping together, perhaps fearing for their own safety, and this mud is just impossible. You don't get your feet out of it. This man, who didn't want to be named, now with nothing on his feet but his resolve. Pause and imagine where you've come from if you're willing to do this barefoot with a woolen sweater and plastic bags. Pierce your feet or break an ankle, and this mud may be your grave. The mother Natalia has managed to find a Haitian man to help her move her disabled daughter Anna.
Porque yo cojo, no puede caminar. ¿Qué tal que está su mamá? No puedo. Muy peligroso. Ella no puede caminar, no puedo caminar.
Well, so much of this route is insanely steep, and so many of the people that we've spoken to on the way are complaining about how this was nothing like the easy route they were promised. Understandably, it doesn't take long for the Haitian volunteer to tire. Anna might be having a fit, or just tired, or both, or neither. This could be how she often gets, we just don't know. And without her mother way back behind her on the trail, nobody really knows what she needs. The Haitian migrant who helped begins cutting a stretcher, hoping others will come. But they all face the same problem. They can't move her without taking her further from her mother, so she is stuck, waiting. But sometimes the jungle throws back a moment of life, and this day it's Leuven's turn. The little boy with the terrible cough and fever we met earlier has made a miraculous recovery overnight, as if another life has been breathed into him. Sometimes the forest suddenly breaks and you realise just how many of us there are here. Even in these shallows, the scraps of us as a species are overwhelming. Ling is from Wuhan, among the growing Chinese here, who doesn't want to show his face, and learned about the gap from TikTok.
First from Hong Kong. From Hong Kong. Then Thailand. Hong Kong, Thailand, and then Turkey. Wow. And then Ecuador. And Colombia. Yes. Not that hard, but my least little bit hurt. Yeah, many Chinese come here because the Chinese society is not very good for live.
He's paused to rest his knee, but also run out of food already. Talk on their third dawn out here turns to how much further there really is. Jean-Pierre was told it would be a much shorter walk.
C'est une surprise pour vous d'écouter ces 3 jours, oui?
Et moi, je jours comme 2 jours.
Donc vous avez suffisamment nourriture, les autres choses, ou l'eau?
Pour le moment-là, je manque quelques nourritures.
Donc c'est en chemin qu'il est en santé encore. Ouais. Vous avez eu peur? Non.
Non, pas moi. Je prie le Dieu qui nous garde, moi et mon fils et ma femme, et nos autres amis, que Dieu nous garde nous tous. Je prie ça.
Anna, the disabled 12-year-old, has been reunited with her mother, but they're again stuck and without food.
Ella en sí ella camina, pero con la broma que tiene no me puede caminar. Se me había perdido anoche y la conseguí. Ya ahorita me la dieron, porque es que la maleta me la trajo otra persona.
She says they're only here as that same medicine became unaffordable in Venezuela.
Porque ya que viajara de Venezuela con otra persona. Hoy me dijo, pero el otro, el que nada más le cogí, me dijo, no, la niña se puede caminar, es fácil, no es. Y yo dije, bueno, y desde aquí entonces empecé a pagar y a pagar.
Just after dawn, they set out again. The canopy begins to feel like a shroud, entombing them, cutting them off from the future they're pushing towards. Nature's most beguiling way of saying, don't come here. For so much of every day, you stare at your feet, your most vital asset here, hoping they land safely, especially in the opaque river, where one loose footing could break an ankle. Most migrants wear these rubber boots, which fill with water, curdling your feet. But Manuel and Tamara, who we met on the first night, have their eyes on the finish. This route is littered with obstacles, choke points and lines. Hours on their feet without the comfort of knowing you're at least moving. Forever damp, striding, waiting.
What's crazy is over the last hour we probably haven't travelled directly about 150 to 100 yards. But this is just one enormous traffic jam of people through the jungle. The sad fact is the more them that do it, the more they slow each other down at bottlenecks like this, and the greater risk they put themselves at.
Time and time again, though, this ordeal summons something beautiful from people that mirrors nature here. A glue binding them to each other, to help, cajole, care sometimes for strangers, of survival together. It's the best of us, and doesn't care what passport you're carrying. But it cannot alter the pain.
How are you finding the road?
So, this is so lucky. I don't need to have a rocks. It's so hard. My mom fell down so many times. Yo hubiese sabido que no hubiese venido por aquí, no hubiese dejado que mi hijo se metiera por aquí. Este es horrible, este es horrible, este es horrible. Tampoco lo hablan cada uno. De todo lo que vamos a vivir. Esto toca vivirlo, toca vivirlo. Toca vivirlo para uno darse cuenta que esto es lo peor que hay en este mundo. Pasar por esta cena.
It seemed almost impossible in the chaos 2 days ago, but Wilson has met up again with his parents. Not in the Miami swimming pool, though, just yet.
Et il est en santé? C'est bon? Santé? Bon, c'est sûr que... juin dernier...
Not far from me years ago when I lived in Beirut. He's tried twice to get a US visa to see his American wife in San Antonio and his children, who he says he's not seen for 5 years.
If you want to die, the life is very short. If I want to die, I have 55 years. If I want to die on the street, I want to come. I don't care. I want to see my family. It's not easy. Maybe you die on the street. Anybody, look, everybody, you look tired. Everybody, maybe you die here. You know that?
But more often than you expect, that does not happen because of crowds like this. Daniel from Venezuela started walking 10 days ago and has injured his ankle. Time and again, something pure shines. They've met minutes earlier, but are now unified in saving a stranger.
Estados Unidos no es psicólogo, que la hace que tenga razón ese hombre. A mí me envían las fotitos.
Carrying him through the rocks puts them at risk of injury too. Truly, nobody seems to have been left behind. The disabled girl Anna, who we last saw with her mother in a camp by the river, has also found help. His real name is Enna Sanchez, age 27, from a Venezuelan-Colombian border town, and he's been carrying her for a day.
Pues bien, casi así comía no, porque no sabemos cómo es especial. ¿Se entiende? Pues estamos a ver si llegamos a le damos un jugo o algo. No, a mí me toca esperar ahí a la señora, a la mamá de la niña, porque...
There is something particularly awful about these last miles. The sun is mercilessly hot. The river and the boats ahead are so much further than they would be when the river is higher. People drop from the heat.
These last moments of the walk just strikes you how incredibly tough all these people are, and the sheer grit that they're showing to get this far, but also how incredibly unpleasant the places they must be fleeing from are to make them endure this kind of torture to some degree over many days.
Finally, through the haze of the parched rocks, they see it. And leaving the trek is yet another ordeal, another cost. A line again, this time for $20 a head to pack into these boats. Run by the local tribe, at least $300 is made on each boat, 6 boats always loading from dawn till 4 p.m. That's, again, a lot of money. But also, too many customers. There is a fight, someone cutting in line. This may be a medical rescue helicopter.
That is the first that we've seen of the Panamanian government since we've arrived.
The boats barely float, but like so much else, the risk is relative about what you've gone through before. The jungle trek is 66 miles only. They of 3,000 more ahead to the US border with Mexico.